Y'all, the world is tired and Katy Perry has lost her mind. Listen, we all heard about the Blue Origin flight. Half of us collectively rolled our eyes, and only the people that are begging and hoping to get a penny of Jeff Bezos' massive fortune are even paying that thing any mind. But you know who is sitting here clapping back like a good little pet to the billionaire class? Katy Perry. Now listen, we already did a video where we talked about the way Gayle King went to space and came back and called us broke. Baby, you can get that video. But let's talk about Katy Perry because she is even going to war with a fiction. Well, she ain't fictional, but with Wendy's hamburgers. Y'all, again, I hope it's worth it. I hope it's $1. And let it be known that groupie behavior can happen at every single income level. Baby, let's get into this because TikTok is in shambles has been dragging Katy Perry. And she deserves all of it. Shout out to Blue Origin and the space flight. The space ride that nobody asked for, and they still want their accolades. Y'all, let's get into this. I promise if you want to laugh, this is the time. Let's go.
I feel super connected to
money. Is she just not insufferable? Oh my God. Now I have a lot to say about the Jeff Bezos Amazon flying personal massager to space. Firstly, that yes, women too can be rich, elitist, self-important, self-indulgent assholes just like men can. But whenever I hear anybody talking about I'm gonna call them the passengers because I'm not gonna call them the crew because they didn't actually do anything. They essentially just took like a Waymo to space. But when anybody ever talks about them, they only talk about 3 of them: Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, and Katy Perry, which is so frustrating to me because those 3, and I think maybe that later on the end, I think she like makes movies. So these 4 women have really no business being in a spacecraft. They didn't add anything to the experience. They didn't learn anything. They didn't divulge any new information about space, which is what space exploration is for. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the 2 people getting talked about the least are the 2 people that actually know things about space and actually belong in a spacecraft. The first is Aisha Bowe, who is the first Bahamian woman to ever go into space, and she was a rocket scientist, a literal rocket scientist at NASA. So she knows stuff about space. But the person that I think is getting spoken about the least but deserves the most attention is her, Amanda Nguyen. Amanda is the daughter of Vietnamese immigrants. And she went to Harvard and MIT and was studying at NASA to become an astronaut. But she had to put her dreams of going to space on hold because Amanda was raped. But instead of continuing to pursue her dreams of going to space, she decided to pursue something that she thought was more important at the time. And that was becoming an activist and fighting for victims' rights. And through that advocacy work, she was able to get Congress to pass the Sexual Assault Survivors' Rights Act, which gives sexual assault survivors the rights to free medical exams, the rights to keep the forensic evidence like their rape kits, and the right to receive notifications if and when that evidence is going to be destroyed. So she put her own personal dreams aside, her dreams of going to space. She put them aside so that she could help fight for survivors. And she was finally able to realize her dream yesterday. I'm so happy for her. And when Amanda asked her mom, if she was proud of her, she said, of course she was. And she said, we came on boats and now we're on spaceships. Sorry.
Taking up space as each one is.
Congratulations, Amanda. You just.
So right about now, you're probably wondering, how did rich, affluential, billionaire flunky Katy Perry actually make herself a victim in all this? Well, it came from Wendy's hamburgers. Yes, that Wendy's hamburgers. Then after Katy Perry was mocked, and baby, we have all the memes if you want to laugh at them later on, laughed at her for going up there. She had they literally said, hey, can we send her back? It was funny. It was haha. You know, all the burger accounts on TikTok, they all have a key with everybody. Well, Katy Perry couldn't leave that alone. Because she started talking to Wendy's big and bad like she had Jeff Bezos' billions. She said Wendy didn't make a joke. They made a choice. Their recent post on X aimed at Katy Perry was not only disrespectful, but blatantly inappropriate. Katy, have you lost your mind? And she had the nerve to say that she deserved an apology. Girl, again, how are these flunkies wrapping themselves in Jeff Bezos' billions? Baby, we are looking for food and some sanity in the U.S. You think we care about your hurt feelings? On top of that, who died for you that people can't say, can we send her back? Katy, shut up. Anyway, right? Wendy's stop. Like Katy Perry, no, Jeff Bezos' money ain't stopping nobody from buying a hamburger. Showed that picture of Katy Perry holding flowers. They said, Wendy's hamburgers of being anti-woman, saying you're a woman too. Katy, it's Wendy's hamburgers. That's like saying Ronald McDonald's is a man too. Shut up, Katy. So Wendy's clapped back and said, I'm a woman, send me up. On top of that, Katy went on this stupid rampage, and I'm sick of Katy Perry's brand of roar feminism. Talking about you wearing Skims going up to space, and you're wearing corsets. I don't care if you want to look pretty. It's weird. It's weird because it's not about feminism. It's about making sure that you cannot speak against the elite if they're women because, protect women. Anyway, Keisha jumped in and posted a photo. If you don't know who Keisha is, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. I'm about to hit that. I'm going to hit this city. Y'all remember Keisha, right? Keisha called Katy out because Katy was like, this is horrible to do for women. I think it's Dr. Luke or Uncle Luke, that producer that Keisha sued for basically torturing her. He was crazy, a white Diddy, if you will. Katy Perry famously kept working with him, and he even was the producer on her flop album in 2024 when she thought she was coming back. Anyway, listen up, drag Katy Perry enough. Let me pass this to the people at TikTok to really give you what you want. Let's take a moment to laugh because that's what it is. You're mad that nobody respects your ridiculousness. So you know what? Let's keep on laughing. Let's go.
The unity. I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space.
A side note, she really thought she ate. I hope they understand we weren't just making space, we were taking up space. Man, take your feminism light out of here.
Katy Perry, hello! Do I think that your indulgent trip to space that's pumped out millions of tons of CO2 and connected you to one of the most unlikable men on the planet damaged your image? No, silly! Shut up. God, yeah, I think spending millions of dollars to destroy the planet is extremely likeable, yes. What else am I meant to say? Oh, you did an absolutely brilliant job when you were up there, looking into a camera rather than outside at the space that you've gone up to visit. No, really brilliant. We loved what you said when you got back down to Earth.
I feel super connected to love.
What do I think it means? Help me out. Please help me out. Quick. Well, we thought that the fact that it doesn't make any sense at all is kind of the point. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what we thought. You sounded so likeable up there.
Katy sang, "What a Wonderful World."
She did.
Katy Perry singing directly into your face in a tiny enclosed metal pod that's hurtling towards the Earth's surface at 10,000 miles an hour? You kidding me? Those are lucky ladies up there. Stop laughing. Shut up.
You never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
Katy, my sister in Christ, shut up! We literally can't eat. What are you talking about? We're starving. The people are starving. They won't even let us buy 2 cartons of eggs. We can't even get as much eggs as, even if we got the money, they won't give us the fucking eggs, Katy! What are you talking about? World leaders are using our wallets and standard of living to box each other. Every day we wake up to another 100% tariff increase, Katy. It's going to be 300% tomorrow. One of them's going to wake up. I don't know which one. Maybe the Chinese one or the American one. They're going to wake up and say, oh, it's 300% now. Fuck it. The next day it's going to be 500%. Why not? As if that isn't already bad enough, here you come telling us that we'll never experience true love until we have enough money to be spaced trafficked by Jeff Bezos and his company. And also, what the fuck is this? They're opening that regular ass door. No, tell Jeff Bezos to put that tool down. We just saw them open. No, get back down the stairs. We already saw them open it. We saw them open the door from the inside. That regular ass door, that paper mache ass door. And you still have the audacity to come over here with that fake tool and then fake cowboy boots and pants, trying to relate to us so bad. We already saw. Why'd y'all live stream it? Why did you guys live stream it and not rehearse? You would have thought y'all would have rehearsed that little segment over and over again, or at least one time, like, hey, don't open the door from the inside. Like, we gotta fool these peasants. They're not that hard to fool. They're not rich. Just wait for me to come up here with my cowboy boots and open the door. Y'all failed because y'all don't care. Y'all think you thought we could see that and then you could still do that. You can't. Oh my God.
In today's episode of I'm Rich or Poor, look, rich ladies in space. I know some of you are worried about the millions it would have cost to send these ladies to space for less time than it takes to cook a povo pot noodle. Yes, they could have put that money towards the 149 million starving children in the world, but no, this is Rich Lady Space Mission. Fight hard, and you too can be a rich lady in space. Well, you can't, because you're poor. This is feminism. Not that kind of poor person feminism. Not interested in that kind of feminism. We're interested in rich lady feminism. Those power problems where women are being stripped of their rights to choose what they want to do with their bodies. Gender-based violence rising across the world at unprecedented levels. In suffering in Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Yemen, Afghanistan, Myanmar. No, look at the shiny blue suits. Don't forget all the millions of other problems we have, like the poor are getting poorer, old people are dying, children are starving. Do not let the world's problems distract you. Think about the shiny rocket that Katy Perry got to fly in. All those people moaning about all the other problems in the world are just jealous. They can't afford to go on a rich lady space trip. Why? Because they're povos. Like you.
Lauren Sanchez head out on this space flight with Blue Origin. I think it's worth reflecting on what William Shatner, the actor in Star Trek who did the last Blue Origin space flight, said about a year after he had touched back on Earth again. He said, "My trip to space was supposed to be a celebration. Instead, it felt like a funeral. It was among the strongest feelings of grief I've ever encountered. The contrast between the vicious coldness of space and the warm nurturing of Earth below filled me with overwhelming sadness. Every day we are confronted with the knowledge of further destruction of Earth at our hands, the extinction of animal species, of flora and fauna, things that took 5 billion years to evolve, and suddenly we will never see them again because of the interference of mankind. It filled me with dread." He said everybody else was shaking bottles of champagne and it was quite a sense of accomplishment, and I didn't feel that way at all. I was not celebrating. I was, shaking my fist at the gods. And the reason it feels so sad is part of the thing that's threatening all those animals, all that life on Earth, that warm, nurturing quality that Shatner's talking about, is the money that's funding the space trip itself with Blue Origin. It's all the Amazon packages, it's all the trucks, all the oil being burnt. And our culture is really into exploration, as it should be. It's really cool to go into space. It's really cool to see new things. But just as valuable is preservation and conservation and living here and doing its best that we can to live together here with all the animals, with all the birds, trees, plants, frogs, beasts of the earth and water. And when we go into space, it can't be to run away from all of the things that make our lives valuable and all of the things that bind us to this planet and to one another. It has to be to actually expand our consciousness. And right now, the way we're going into space with all these companies like Blue Origin or SpaceX or whatever it is, isn't about expanding the light of consciousness. It is about muffling that light and shining it only for certain people. So as Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos' wife, Lauren Sanchez, head out on this space